And if you don't like that, then we got 2 words for you.
Dude, have you watched Tires yet?
Tires?
Yeah, on Netflix. It's Shane Gillis's
No.
TV show.
Is it a sitcom or is it a reality show?
It's a sitcom.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's great. So he was
Right.
the whole story is like the main character is like he's the son of a tire dealer, and Shane works there at the tire shop.
Yeah.
And dude, it's fucking great.
It's good. I'll check it out.
It's hilarious. It's really funny.
I haven't been watching anything. I need something to watch.
Watch it. You'll love it. Their episodes are 25 minutes long. They're super quick.
Oh, I like it.
Really good.
Dustin, Drunken Squirrel, Nicholas Worth, Alex, Smogable, No Way, Yes Way, Efren, Jed to the Saba, Jocelyn, Imperial Stout, Stinky Wet Cookies, Skylier, If Not Friend, Why Friend Shaped, Twisted, It's Me, Paige, The Party, Hello. Hi, everybody. Hey, bros. Tired of it is. Hey, Brick. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. Hopefully, you guys are having a good night. We're not, so I'm just kidding. I think we are. Johnny Be Good. What's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the. Nope, we're not doing that. Welcome to the live stream, my friend.
No, we're not doing that. What we got? There we go. Hi, guys.
Jacob. Yo. Hey, Nick. We're doing all right, buddy. Happy to have you here, man. Finally, Lex and Bert has come back to you. Finally, The Rock. See, John Cena's going on
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Philly Fair, yes, I am alive. I'm still very much doing Hard 75 and doing a good job. 75 Hard. I've had a lot of family stuff going on. It's caused me to take a step away from social media, from everything external that's polluting my mind and brain and causing me to be preoccupied. Except for this podcast. I'm fucking here doing this.
Yeah.
Because I love it. Mental health break from everybody.
Social medias.
Retirement run. You guys know how it be.
Yep.
You know how it be sometimes. Sometimes you just got to take a... I could do 75 soft. Yeah, you could, man. I think you could do 75 hard also. I know you could do it. Yeah, Paige, you know what it's like, girl. It sucks.
Can I bother you for a water before we get started?
God fucking damn it.
I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here, I'm just like...
There's not anyone left in that one I gave you last time?
Water's hard to come by in these parts, brother. Be fucking toilet water. I don't even give a shit.
Kitty litter water.
Take it from the tank at least, not from the bowl. Thanks, buddy. Oh, shit. How's everybody doing? Do. Awesome. Oh, man. Do. Smoking mini bowls, hell yeah. The Knock Loose show was fucking great, man. It was probably about a month ago now. It was a lot of fun. Sold out. The band that played before them was fucking miserable. One of the worst bands I've ever heard. But yeah, besides that, it was pretty cool. Who? Show Me the Body? I think that's what they were called. Good God, that's fucking awful. I appreciate you, Jacob. Thank you. My favorite beer, Elvis Juice.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I get a fancy cup.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Upon a Burning Body? Yeah, I've listened to them before.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, yeah, it's way better. My whistle's wetted.
Okay. Let's get this going.
Let's go.
My favorite part about doing this podcast is just getting to watch your lips for 2, sometimes 3, going back years ago, sometimes 4 or 5 hours straight. Just to
I thought you were just gonna say a number. Just 2, 3.
yeah, just to watch your lips for.
Well, I'll keep lipping then.
Do you remember when we first started doing the show, and sometimes it'd take us like 3 to 6 hours to do one of these,
Yeah.
and our wives are like, "When the fuck are you? What the fuck?"
Yeah. If you still ask my wife, it still takes 3 to 6 hours for us to do one of these. Like, you're gonna be gone all night. No, I'm not. I'll be okay.
Tell her chill out.
Nah, she's cool. She's cool.
Honestly, in my travels, women respond really well when you tell them to chill out.
Yeah, they like that.
Or if you say, take a fucking chill pill, they
Yeah.
like that too. Because anytime you allude to them needing medicine, they get really happy. So you just say, take a chill pill. I hope all of you are feeling good. Thursday night, probably a Friday morning for you. Where the
fuck you are.
We're here. We're the Brohio Podcast, guys. We're your all-time favorite podcast. We were torn between the episodes here. I was going to do a bad review episode where we just go over our bad reviews that we have.
He didn't want me to cry, though.
I was reading them and I was laughing, dude. Some of them are fucking brutal, and I was just... It made so much sense, and I hated myself so much when it was all said and done. But
no, man.
No, I settled on this topic, Sylvia Lykens.
Okay.
I must say, listener discretion advised, this is the fucking worst one I've ever read about. Hands down.
Really?
This is the most disgusting, vile, violent shit that I've ever read into.
Hell
To
yeah.
the point that I said, okay, I got to condense this. There was so much bad stuff, so much over and over and over and over. I had to just condense it.
Really?
I had to
Interesting. We'll see.
We will see.
I know that I know I've heard the name before, but I don't recall the story.
It's a rough one, buddy.
All right.
We got one new patron subscriber. That's it. Just one.
Aw.
Because people just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Right? This person does. Hey, would you blow me?
You know what? I've heard that name a lot. Boy.
Yeah. So, hey, would you blow me? Thank you so much for the Patreon pledge. You are getting something very special, and it's probably going to be me in your mailbox. Just trying to eat lunch with you or something.
I love bologna.
I love bologna. Speaking of bologna, we are rapidly approaching September 16th, which is...
Speaking of bologna. That's cruise day.
That is cruise day, my friends. We have a very slim number of room left. The prices have actually gone down.
They have.
So they actually went up. I think that some of the more expensive rooms have gone down.
Mine did. Within a day, it went down over almost $100 per person.
So if you guys were thinking about it on the fence, you can reach out and book it. Go to brohiopodcast.com/cruise. There's still room, and who's going to help me drink all the booze if you're not there?
Yeah. I mean, I will.
I know you will, dude.
I'm gonna go hard, dog.
I did not know what to expect last time.
Yeah.
I know what to expect this time,
Oh man, you gotta live it up now.
and it's frightening what I'm going to inflict upon my body.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you're getting out all the bad stuff now, so you'll be able to soak it in like a sponge this time around.
I remember when we won the first one, I called you just upset one day, and I said, Robert? You said, yeah, buddy. And I said, am I going to be hungry on the boat?
Yeah, you did. You said, I'm like, bro, there's so much fucking food.
Do I need to bring snacks or food? Or do I need to bring yum-yums in case I get hungry?
Oh, shit.
I thought I was going to be stranded out at sea with nothing to eat.
Boy, you're literally fucking on a traveling grocery store.
And you were like, you took whatever was in your mouth out, and you're like, listen, man, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Listen here, brother.
You said you're not going to want to eat ever again after you get off that boat. And that's exactly how it was.
Dude, you're like the access to food and to alcohol is just it's insane.
My favorite thing we did is one night we went to dinner, you sat down for a fancy dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't really know what I want. And you were like, you can get everything.
Yeah.
You can get all the courses.
entrees.
Yeah, all you can get. And I said, oh my God. So I got 2 entrees that night.
Yeah.
We ate dessert.
Yeah.
I had filet. I think that night I had filet and maybe like some kind of chicken Alfredo.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool because it's not just shit you can like get.
No,
it's not like your everyday thing like a fucking, you know, like some
mac and cheese and
gay
fried
grilled chicken or fucking like steak or something like that. They'll have like cool shit on there too.
But then I ate, and then after I ate, then about an hour or 2 later, we went to the buffet.
Yeah.
And the buffet is set up like different continents. So each continent has its own buffet.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, each country. Like
Yeah.
there's a Spanish buffet, there's an American buffet, there's a French buffet, there's a British buffet.
Yep.
And you just fucking run through there. And I was so sick and disgusted with myself.
No, dude, it's fucking nasty.
I loved it so much.
It's beautiful.
And we went back to the room, and my wife's like, are you going to take me? I said, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't take you tonight.
About to drop a rock down into my colon.
I'm in too much agony.
Too much food. Yeah, man, it's rough.
Send it back.
It's fun, though. It's a blast.
So I looked up this newspaper. I found this newspaper article, and then I lost it.
Okay.
And then I started Googling it to try and find it, and I found it. And not only did I find the newspaper article, but there's a body cam that goes along with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And actually, this is in Columbus.
Okay.
There's a guy that broke into a pet store. This is just a few days ago. The guy broke into a pet store, and he let all the animals out, and then he fell asleep on a bench in front of the pet store. Let me see if I can... I gotta find the right video. Okay, this is it.
Pet store and several other businesses is.
I'll let you guys listen to the news clip first.
All right.
This is perfect.
And the man accused of breaking into a Columbus pet store and several other businesses is now charged tonight. We're talking about Matthew Pancake. There is.
Wait.
All this gets better.
Hang on. Matthew Pancake. Okay, hell yeah.
I'm gonna put his picture over there on
He
the.
looks like his soon to be Pancake.
Let me get him over there on the YouTube stream for everybody, because people are gonna want to watch this with us.
Yeah, that's a pancake if I never
He
seen one.
was arraigned just hours ago. We also have new body cam that shows a pretty rude awakening when police arrested him yesterday.
So that's the news article. I'm gonna play the body cam now.
Here he is. He's wearing a leopard onesie.
But when they found him and they started to search him, they found they had multiple gerbils inside his leopard printed. He's got footed pajamas on. He's laying on a bench in front of the pet store wearing footed leopard pajamas, and they found multiple gerbils in his pajamas. And keep in mind, his name is Matthew Pancake. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest.
God damn, they ripped his ass up off there. Is the side of his head cut? What's going on the side of his head?
Did you hear what he said?
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest. Dude, I want to be called Mr. Pancake.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest. Don't move. Get on your belly. Get on your belly.
I got gerbils in here.
On your belly. Roll.
You're gonna hurt the gerbils.
You're missing the best parts here.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Pancake. On your belly. On your belly. Roll. Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake.
Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. It sounds like if my kids called me to their room and they're like, I think there's a monster in my closet, and I started beating the shit out of one of their stuffed animals. This is what I'd call the little fucker if I was
Mr. Pancake.
Go on the ground, Mr. Pancake.
Oh fuck.
On your belly. On your belly. On your belly. Roll. Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. On your belly. In the name of the law, Pancake, get on your belly.
Who are these police officers?
Dude, this is like an SNL skit, I swear. In the name of the law, Mr. Pancake.
Oh, they knew who they were dealing with, and they knew they were going viral for this shit too, man.
Holy fuck.
Hold on. I got one. Are you kidding me? What the f? Give up your other hand.
Am I under arrest for? Seriously.
Breaking and entering. Theft.
Damaging.
Man, his UGG fell off.
Animal abuse. What the heck? I got a gerbil. What the heck?
He's laughing. The cop's laughing.
Oh, dude, wait. They call it out on the radio, too, in just a second.
Multiple gerbils in his pants.
Multiple gerbils.
Multiple gerbils recovered.
We're just advising that our suspect has multiple gerbils in his pants.
Dude, there is no way that those fucking cops were dying laughing the entire time. Or multiple gerbils in his
shit.
pants.
Said,
Mr. Pancake, you ain't around.
Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake.
Pancake.
It really does sound like a stuffed animal name, like a kid would give. Or stuffed animal.
Daddy, I can't sleep. Mr. Pancake's in my closet. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's so fucking dumb.
That's hilarious, man. That's funny.
I was reading through these bad reviews, and they say all these guys talk about shitting themselves and jacking off.
Amen, brother.
Let me,
sister.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll save it for whenever we do the bad review episode.
What else is there in life?
There isn't. Someone accused us of jacking off to everything, which I thought was a little,
not everything.
not everything.
Yeah.
But part of I'm still on a pretty deep into health journey, doing well, no stumbles, still hanging tough on the 75 hard challenge. But one thing that Pepper and I have started going to a lot of local trails to go hiking. I bought hiking boots.
Yep.
And we've been going to bike paths to go walking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at the Miami River Scenic Bike Path the other day.
Yeah.
We went like 4 miles one way and 4 miles back. And this dog lives to shit on a leash. Like it is.
Sure thing.
I'll let her out in the backyard for 40 minutes before we go for a walk. Nothing. As soon as we go for a walk, she's like, you see her little butt start going back and forth. She's ready to shit. And we got probably.
I'm like that.
Yeah. We got like a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile into this, essentially like 8 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And she shit. And I keep a little roll of doggy poop bags on me.
Right.
I pick it up and I'm just walking with it. Normally she shits close enough to the house. I just double back and throw it away. Or we're at the rec center and there's trash cans all over.
Yeah.
But on this bike path, there is no trash cans. And I walked another 2 miles with this fucking bag of shit in my hand.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of shit, man. And so then I contemplated throwing it in the woods and polluting. But that was my first time on the bike path, and I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that, and I don't do things like that. But I wear a belt when I go with her, and one little pocket on it has dog mace in case because we've been attacked.
Sure.
And it holds the shit bags, and then the other the little other pouch holds dog treats because I'm training her to walk loose leash on the loose leash and no leash, and I use the treats to train her. So I just took the knob of the trash bag and I put it up in the waistband so it would just like hang on my side and kind of just roll with me.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I was reading an email.
Okay.
I was walking and I tucked it up in my belt, and eventually it worked its way to the back of me and I just kind of forgot about it. But luckily there's trash cans by the car. I was just going to throw it away. But I forgot to throw it away, and I jumped in the car.
Oh, no.
And the bag of shit had worked its way all the way to, like, the small of my back.
Yeah.
And when I plopped down in my front seat, I heard a pop, like you take a Kroger bag or a grocery bag and plastic one and pop it. I was like, that's weird. And I'm thinking, like, in my head, because I got, like, inflatable bags in my chair for my lumbar support and stuff in my car. I'm thinking my fat ass just popped one of them things. That fucking sucks. So then I start messing with the lumbar support and shit, and I'm like, I don't think that's a bag in there. Oh, no. And then I just start smelling rancid ass shit in my car.
Oh God.
And I said, oh my God, it's that bag of dog shit.
It's the bag of dog shit. How bad was it?
Oh, it was everywhere, dude.
No, fuck.
It
that
went.
sucks.
It went up my. It went up my back. I looked like a baby that shit
I
itself.
was gonna say like a baby blowout.
I had dog shit up my back.
Oh, dude.
I had dog shit in my underwear.
How does this stuff always happen to you?
I wish it didn't. I genuinely wish that people say, "Oh, he makes up these shit stories."
Mm-hmm.
I would have sucked a dick for this to not happen to me, because I couldn't get the shit smell out of my seat from my. When something like that happens, no matter what you do, you feel like you still smell it.
Of course, yeah. It's stuck in your nose.
It's days post accident now, and I can still smell this shit. Nobody else can smell it, but I can smell it.
Right. Well, you lived through it, so you know what to expect.
Fuck, dude.
Damn, dude.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So I do have a big question, real quick, that
Sure.
a lot of people have asked me. Have we ever found Bill Wilkins yet?
No.
We still have no idea.
And we had over 400 people email us
Yeah.
and ask us for the naked picture of Donald Trump. And I returned every single email.
Right.
All 400 plus emails were returned.
Did anybody through the email chain that you remember say whether or not they think it was real or fake?
The picture?
Yeah.
Nope.
Huh.
Everyone said, "Oh my God, this is authentic." They write back and be like, "This is fucking it.
That's what I said.
This is Valhalla. This is it."
Yeah. It's real.
Let's take a quick break for a few of our real sponsors. Yeah, it's a naked picture of Donald Trump. It's a real one.
It's absolutely real. No way.
I'll let the offer go another week.
Okay.
You send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. In the subject line, you put, "I want the naked picture of Donald Trump." And I have an authentic naked picture of Donald Trump getting a spray tan with his little fucking dick.
Just hanging.
Someone the other day wrote us and said, "Oh, you guys talk a lot about ABND, the All Balls No Dick Club.
Mm-hmm.
What about us? What about us guys with
all dick, no balls?"
Oh yeah, with small dick and small balls.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote that guy back. I said, what group?
Stop listening to us.
Oh, you guys are the ABNN club, the All Butt No Nut.
All but.
The All Butt No Nut club. I think I might be all butt no nut. I don't know. It depends on the day. Sometimes I'm warm.
I got a lot of butt.
I got a lot of butt and nut.
Yeah. You got a lot of nut in your butt. You got some dog shit in your butt.
It's not very threatening to a woman if you say like, "I'm gonna fucking tear your guts out." If you got one of those dicks that like, wrenches them sideways and shit,
yeah.
stretches them out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just like, look at her, say, "I got big fucking balls," they're like, "So what, man?"
Yeah,
So the fuck what?
Dick pics are a thing, but why aren't ball pics a thing? They could just send one of your nuts.
You never heard you've heard someone say, "Oh, that's a huge dick."
Right, let me see your dick. You
never heard someone say, "Oh, wow, you got big balls." Except for us. We're fucked up.
Let me see your balls, baby.
See how big your balls are. I don't want to see those big old fat balls.
Balls are funny, man.
No, I know, man.
It's fucking hilarious.
Let me see your scrotum.
Scrot.
Let me see your perineum.
Damn, dude. You go flashing around that thing, dude. You'll make all go weak need.
Send us a picture of your perineum.
Please don't.
brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, fuck.
Like I said, this story about Gertrude Banaszewski.
Gertrude. That's an unfortunate name.
Gertie, as we're going to call her.
Old Gertie.
Gertie. Gertie's a noise you make when you're puking. This is the most heinous story I've ever had to look into. So if child abuse, child neglect, child murder, all that stuff is not your gig, then we got a big back catalog. I would highly recommend the Clinton body count episode if there's something you wish to go back and check out. This one, whew.
Rough.
Old Gertie, she lived in Indianapolis, right down the road from us, about an hour and a half away, with her 7 children. She was a slut.
Jeez.
All different dads.
Hell yeah, good for her.
Men in and out of her life. Just because you have 7 different children, or just because you have 7 kids doesn't make you a hussy. But if you got 7 children with 7 baby daddy,
Yeah.
that makes you a prostitute, my friend. Since she had a very small income, Banaszewski, or Gertie as we'll call her, she took in children for the summer to earn extra money, a little babysitting.
Okay.
My wife babysits about 15 kids and doesn't get paid for any of it.
Ugh.
There's motherfuckers here every day, all day. And she spends about $300 a day at the grocery store.
Yeah. Sounds about right. I definitely believe that.
I'm sick of it. In 1965, she agreed to board, yes, board like a dog, 16-year-old Sylvia Lykens and her little sister, Ginny, who was a year younger.
Jenny.
They were you say that, but Ginny did have metal leg braces, just like Forrest Gump.
Dude, I called it. I fucking called it.
Yeah, little Ginny, she was handicapped. She
Oh.
had some physical limitations. That's okay. We love Ginny just all the same as all the other God's little children.
Had some built-in kickstands.
So do I. They were the children of 2 circus workers
Fuck me. Shut the fuck up. God.
who were about to go on tour operating concession stand.
They just worked the concession?
They were, that's, in terms of all the dog shit jobs you could possibly have. There's working at there's working in the concessions, there's working in the zoo, or I'm sorry, the circus, and then there's working at the concession stand at the circus.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what the parents are doing here. That tells you what, little Sylvia Lykens and Jenny Lykens, what their parents were like. Jenny, like I said before, she was disabled and could not move about very much or comfortably. A lot of people believe that's why her parents so easily left them behind, because they didn't have much money, and it wasn't easy supporting Jenny as she progressed through life with her disabilities.
Okay.
And a lot of people say that's why it was so easy for these hot dog sellers, circus hot dog sellers, to just leave their children behind. You think they sold circus peanuts?
I'm sure they did.
You like them?
No.
They don't bother me.
I mean, I don't hate them, but I don't, I would never purposely eat them.
The day I'm done with this 75 hard challenge and I can finally have a cheat meal or something, I'm going to be at Skyline Chili at 10 a.m. when they open.
Is that your plan?
Well, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Some of you say, how do you know Skyline opens at 10 a.m.? Well, because I've already researched this. Then after there, I'm going to go to Five Guys.
That's a good one.
And I'm going to have a cheeseburger, which if you know your Five Guys, you know that that's 2 patties. I'm going to have a cheeseburger and freshly cut fries. Then I'm going to go home and lay down for a little bit. And then when I'm done, when I wake up, I'm going to go to Crumble Cookie, and I'm going to get all the cookies of the week.
Sure.
I'm going to split all of them into quarters, and I'm going to try every single one to equate to 1 cookie. A little more than 1 cookie.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'm going to have lunch someplace. Probably McDonald's, because I really miss McDonald's.
Dude, McDonald's fucks, yeah.
I've completely slept through this 5 for 5 deal at Arby's. That's happened this summer. After I have McDonald's, then then maybe we'll start to think about what's for dinner.
You've been on this since they had the fucking Grandma McFlurry, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my fucking God, dude.
No, I had that before I started.
Okay.
That was fucking delicious.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ, dude.
That thing's so good.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
And then for dinner that night, I'm going to have a deluxe pizza from Hoagie's Pizza in Dayton, Ohio.
Beautiful. Beautiful choice.
I'm going to wash it down with a premium diesel Coca-Cola Classic.
We'll see where you're going to go with that.
Not a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And then after I'm feeling a little better that night, I'm going to get absolutely sloppily drunk.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm going to make out with my wife and then probably vomit.
You're
Not because I made out with my wife, but because I ate like that all day.
probably going to shit your pants. We're probably going to have another poop story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But
Your stomach's going to be fucked.
I need a plan.
You should wear a diaper.
A bucket.
Yeah, bucket.
The parents, the circus people, their relationship had been strained. Understandably, they were thankful to have Old Gertie, who they knew as Mrs. Wright, which was her name from another marriage, actually, not Banashevsky. They were thankful to have Mrs. Wright look after their girls, so they didn't. They knew that it was going to be a problem to find someone to watch their kids for an entire summer. So when Mrs. Wright said, "Yeah, I'll do it for $20 a week," they said, "Well, fuck yeah, we can definitely do that." That's what they did. They paid old Gertie $20 a week to take care of Jenny and Sylvia for the summer. During the first week of their stay, I got some conflicted research on, well, I'll straighten that out in a second. But during the first week of their stay, the two girls were looked upon with growing hostility by Gertie. Sylvia wasn't afraid to talk back, whereas Jenny, she kind of had some developmental issues. She kind of was a little more meek, a little more kept to herself.
Okay.
Whereas Sylvia would stand up for herself and she'd say, "I'm fucking hungry. Where's the food? Why don't we have any food?" Whereas, like, you know, you're supposed to take care of us and you're just letting us be hungry, all this stuff. Sylvia would speak up for her and her sister. It's said that the home that they were staying in was very unclean, unkept, and almost disgusting. They were only given a few slices of toast in the morning and a bowl of soup for dinner, and then that's all the food that they would have for the day. Some people that have written about this story consider the severe treatment that ensued. They've said that the girls were being deliberately starved by Gertie, because you'll remember that she had 7 other real children. While they didn't have access to all the food they can eat, they definitely did not go hungry. This meager menu was not unique to the Banashevsky or Gertie's family. Like I said, they lived through poverty and did limited cooking. As a result, they only had sandwiches and soup. They're kind of the main component of their meals, as they didn't have a stove or an oven. They only had one hot plate to cook on. That's what they would use.
It's a struggle right there.
I've seen some pretty innovative recipes using a hot plate in prison. Take the heating element out of a hot pot, and you put some aluminum foil over that, and that makes a really good frying pan. Seen that. Those dudes that make prison recipes on TikTok, they do really well too.
Prisoner ingenuity is a crazy thing.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's great.
So a couple weeks went by, everything was okay, but then I think around that second or third week, the $20 for their board, their parents would mail $20. It didn't show up in the mail. So when the $20 didn't show up in the mail, Gertie dragged both girls to an upstairs room in the house and beat them cruelly. She said, "Well, I took care of you two little bitches for a week for nothing." Just so happens that the money showed up a day later, only a day late.
Oh, shit.
But just that day that it was late, the children were beat quite, they were roughed up.
Because it was their fault,
Yeah, this bitch is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Gertie screamed as she hit the children that they were being housed and fed for nothing. I don't know, man. She seems wonderful. Believing that the girl's parents had possibly cheated her out of proper payment, Gertie resented she resented the children, and that just continued to intensify. Whenever Sylvia or Jenny were in the same room, their increasingly cruel foster mother, what they're calling her now is a foster mother, she subjected them to verbal and physical abuse. At her trial, which was held later on after all this, Gertie admitted to hitting them so hard that her hands would hurt and ache due to how badly she was beating the children. She admitted that in court. Sylvia, in particular, became the primary target of Gertie's sadistic punishments. She would subject Sylvia to beatings, starvings, and would force her to eat leftovers or spoiled food out of garbage cans from around the neighborhood.
Ugh.
This is only the tip of the iceberg, my friend. I've admittedly made my children eat out of the trash before, but they were like, it was an ice cream shop, and it was called like the dumpster sundae.
Oh, yeah.
Served them in little trash cans.
Yeah.
They loved it.
I ate out of the trash can the other day, for real, though. I threw something away and I didn't mean to, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I reached down there and grabbed it and fucking went to town.
Dude, you went in high school. Did you ever take What's Cooking?
Twice.
I believe that.
I did it twice. On the teacher's aid one time, too.
What's Cooking was a cooking class.
Like a home ec, essentially.
It was it wasn't home ec. It was cooking.
Yeah,
it
that's
was,
true, yeah.
all they did was eat. And I think about once a week, we would cook, and then all the people that took What's Cooking would come to lunch with all this fucking food they just made.
Yeah.
It'd be like pork chops or spaghetti. It was always really good stuff.
It's cool shit, yeah.
And one time, the stuff you guys made was, dude, I can't remember. This might have been you that I did. I can't remember who I did this to. You guys made a big thing of chili, and somebody brought chili to the lunch table, and it was sitting there. And I'm like, "You guys make chili?" And then somebody's like, "Yeah, it's Cincinnati style chili, which is like Skyline."
Yeah.
My weakness. So I said, "Let me try it," and I took a bite. I was like, "Dude, that's the best chili I've ever had in my life." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's gross." I think it might have been Brandon.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's gross. And I said, "Well, don't throw it away. I'll eat it." And I kept on eating my lunch. I look up, and he threw it away in the trash. And I said, why the fuck would you do that? And he said, "I didn't think you really wanted it. I thought you were just trying to make me feel good." I said, "That is the most delicious chili I've ever had."
How the fuck did you make it?
And I went over there and got what was left of the cup of chili out of a school trash can,
Yeah.
lunch trash can,
That's rough, man.
and I finished it. I ate it, and it was good. It was just as good as
Yeah, at least the trash can in my house is my family.
controlled.
Yeah.
This was
right.
uncontrolled.
Yeah, that's rough. That's straight fucking Northridge garbage right there, dude.
It's a wild process, man.
Man.
Like a fucking raccoon, dude. I reached in there.
That's why you still don't get sick, man.
I remember this in high school. You and I weren't bullies or anything, but we were not people that got picked on.
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah. We didn't really have like a bully problem at our school at all.
I think we had kids that got picked on, and I remember in this instance there was a kid that got picked on, he was just not someone that ever talked to me, and he saw me get the chili out of the trash can and eat it, and he said, "You're fucking disgusting."
Fucking the bullied kid started bullying you. Oh shit!
I said, "Yeah, well, at least I'm not you, you know. At least I'm not you."
What was the kid's name?
He's dead.
Okay.
It was Glenn.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking remember one time he went to tackle me in football practice, and I hurtled over him. And he just fell right into the ground.
Got lots of stories about him.
No, dude, he's wild.
Sylvia, like I said, she became an acquired target for Gertie. Sylvia's bare buttocks were paddled with a rough wooden board, which were cut. The board cut her flesh and left her scars on her buttocks area. Gertie's children, all 7 of them, were encouraged to assault Sylvia. Their friends were also invited from all over the neighborhood and encouraged to use Sylvia as their personal punching bag. And a lot of the kids in the neighborhood kind of looked up to Gertie because it was like a fucking house with all these kids.
Yeah.
And she would just let whomever come over, and then she would raise these she had like gangs around the neighborhood where these kids would come over, and they thought it was awesome that this woman would just let them beat this girl up, strip her naked, beat her up, kick her in the puss, whatever they.
God damn, dude.
I'm not even exaggerating, dude. When you've never kicked somebody in the puss before?
Oh man.
Kick them right in their front butt, man.
God. That would hurt. I only have a puss and that would hurt.
I remember the first time I kicked a girl in the pussy.
The first time. You've done it so many fucking times.
Come on, stay with me for a second.
Okay.
It's 5th grade, Stephanie Wiggins, but she was wearing a pink unicorn sweatshirt and pink unicorn pants, matching jump.
What unfortunate last name, too.
Stephanie Wiggins. I kicked her right in the puss. And I'd never kicked somebody in the pussy before. But it was like fucking bone on bone.
Oh, fuck, dude.
And she went, ah!
Well, yeah.
Ah! And I remember she fell down.
Oh, fuck.
And Bobby Hanahan was right there.
Fucking love Bobby,
He
man.
saw it happen.
Oh, shit.
He said, "Why you crying? You ain't got no balls."
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. We got a phone call on that one.
Oh, dude.
Kicked him in the puss.
Never kicked anybody in the puss.
I have.
I do remember one time in middle school we were we were stretching in gym class, and we were doing like you do your like where you have your legs spread and you like go down to one leg and then you go down to the other leg and go down in the middle. And Zane was in front of me. You know Zane, who I'm talking about.
Oh, he's one of my favorites, dude.
And he bent down in front of me, and I think it was AJ McDonald was like, "Hey, kick him." Boy, I fucking punted him right between his fucking legs.
In the balls?
Yeah, right in the fucking
Oh
balls,
my
dude.
God.
It was like my lower shin right against his fucking nuts. And I was friends with him. I'm like, "I fuck it. I want to do it." And Mr. McDowell was like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know." I felt so bad, but
He was a good dude,
we
man.
were all still we were all laughing. He was laughing. He was crying a little bit, but he was still laughing. I feel bad.
He's a good dude, man.
He really was.
He's like a NASA engineer now.
Is he really?
Yeah, or a Boeing. Well, they suck
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
he's some kind of fancy.
Good for him, dude.
Yeah. Oh God, I've never been kicked in the pussy.
We
But
used to fucking shoot squirrels with fucking BB guns in this creek.
yeah, he was a delinquent for sure.
Mm-hmm.
With the foster mother looking on, these juvenile thugs would hit and kick Sylvia, and they whipped her with any items which came to hand. There was a like a 3 or 4 inch wide police belt that floated around the property there, and they would all take turns using that to beat Sylvia, leaving marks, making her bleed, leaving scars. When she begged Gertie to stop them, this crazy bitch, she would just laugh and urge her fellow tormentors on to greater levels of abuse. There was one child from down the street that had a substantial amount of judo training.
Fuck. Fucking Ronda Rousey over here.
Used Sylvia as a practice dummy. I just think judo's fucking dumb. That's why I'm laughing. Not because this little girl got beat.
Just tosses.
I'm laughing because judo's fucking dumb.
Just hip tosses. That's all it is.
In my house, we use verbal judo.
Yeah.
Get down here and suck my dick, or lie on your back and let me wham this out. That's the kind of judo we do around here.
Fucking verbal judo, man.
Get on the ground, pancakes!
Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. God, dude. I'm changing my name.
I gotta play this again.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest.
It really is like you're in your bedroom, you're playing like you're a cop, and you're arresting your fucking biggest teddy bear that you have. You got the safety handcuffs.
Get on your belly. Get on your belly. On your belly. On your belly. Roll. Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. On your belly. In the name of the law, Pancake, get on your belly.
I feel like they're trolling. Like,
Oh, 150%, man.
they're playing into this so hard because they're purposely saying Mr. Pancake so many times.
In the name of the law. Well, for one, he's just a little scrawny drug addict. It's not like there's 12 of these cops.
The name of the law. Nobody said that since the fucking dueling days of the old Wild West.
It's not like Abraham Lincoln is about to arrest somebody.
Oh, shit.
In the name of the law, Mr. Pancake!
4 and in the name of the law.
Yeah, there's one guy from down the street that had substantial amount of judo training. Used Sylvia as a practice dummy. He threw her against the walls and down staircases.
Damn.
He tried chokeholds out on her and once knocked her unconscious with a broom handle.
Oof.
On one other occasion, as the family ate supper, Gertie and Paula, which Paula was the oldest daughter, Paula was just as nasty as Gertie. and a neighborhood boy by the name of Randy Gordon Lepper. Force-fed Likens a hot dog overloaded with condiments, including mustard, ketchup, and spices.
Yum.
Likens vomited as a result and was later forced to consume the vomit that she had regurgitated.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
It's not good, dude.
Oh.
Gertie ordered the children to stub out cigarettes on young Sylvia Lykens' arms and hands. Her daughter Paula, that nasty fucking bitch, punched Sylvia with enough force to break bones in her own hand. After being treated by a doctor and having her hand wrapped in a plaster cast, Paula, which was Gertie's daughter, used the heavy cast to beat Sylvia with even more force, even knocking her unconscious with the cast. A neighbor who visited Gertie's home several times while Sylvia was being abused recalled seeing that Sylvia was increasingly bruised and battered. Each time the woman visited, Paula claimed with disgusting pride to be the author of the girl's wounds and abrasions. Often she beat or whipped Sylvia right in front of the neighbor. Sadly, like so many other people who saw what was happening, the neighbor said nothing to anyone who might have tried to sound the alarm or save Sylvia. Gertie, who had a couple illegitimate kids and several failed relationships, and a daughter, Paula, the nasty bitch we were talking about, Paula was actually pregnant with a married man's baby. They started calling Sylvia a whore and telling people that she was pregnant. Just one day out of the blue, Gertie started grilling Sylvia about a long-distance boyfriend that Sylvia had. Sylvia went somewhere for a vacation, and when she came back, she's like, I have a boyfriend. This is back in the 1970s, so this is...
I'm looking up this bitch now. She looks fucking mean.
Yeah.
She looks fucking mean.
She is the root of all evil, is what she looks like Cruella de
I
Vil.
was fucking getting ready to say that. She looks just like Cruella de Vil.
She looks...
You can tell she fucking... Looks like she smokes like fucking Pall Malls or something.
That was...
Yeah, she looks mean.
Yeah, she does. But Gertie started grilling her about the boyfriend. She said, oh, you got a boyfriend, huh? Yeah, what have you guys ever done anything? And Sylvia did not interpret the question correctly.
Okay, yeah.
She said, yeah, we've done things, which they had gone to the skate rink. They had gone, did stuff that 16, 15-year-olds had done. And when Gertie heard that, it just pissed her off. And from there, she said, oh, well, you must have had sex. Well, it came out, eventually Sylvia said, it came out that she was under the covers with her boyfriend at some point. Mm-hmm. So Gertie took that information and said, you're a slut, you're a prostitute, you're pregnant. Started telling everybody in the neighborhood and everyone around town that the girl that she was keeping was a prostitute, was a slut, and that she was pregnant, which was not the case by any means. This is a little girl. This is a 16-year-old girl. Let's see. In one instance, Sylvia was stripped naked and forced to dance and perform lewd acts in front of Gertie's youthful friends, the kids from around the neighborhood. Sylvia was also forced to insert a Pepsi bottle into her vagina on at least 2 different occasions. It was used as a form of punishment. Gertie would force her to shove a Pepsi bottle into her vagina, a glass Pepsi bottle. That's back when Pepsi tasted better, when it was in a glass bottle.
That's true.
Mexican Coke.
Yeah.
I'd put a Mexican Coke bottle in my ass. Those are good.
Yeah, yeah.
But nonetheless, sadly, this is happening to a child, a minor, a minority.
Not a grown man who just likes the way a
Not
Coke bottle feels in his ass.
Not a grown man that wants a Coke bottle in his butt.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a girl. This is happening against her will. Unfortunately, I think you guys know where the outcome of the story is going.
Mm-hmm.
For all intents and purposes, when someone dies, and you can say their suffering is over. Mm-hmm. This poor little girl was fucking suffering, dude. She was she was going through the ringer, and it's just not fair that people are dealt hands like this in life.
Yeah, it's no fault of her own either. That's
All because her parents want to go hustle corn dogs in the circus.
fuck, man.
I know that is a really good business venture to hustle corn dogs in circus.
Yeah.
I've been a corn dog hustler before, too. I love corn dogs.
Dude. The foot long ones. Oh, man.
Day 76 of my 75 hard, I'm having a fucking corn dog. I don't know where I'm going to get it, but I'm going to eat a corn dog.
Yeah, like fair corn dogs. Like, yeah, dude. Like I'm sure the fucking carny dog.
A carny dog, yeah.
Yeah, fucking glizzies. Glorious glizzy.
I had uncured Kroger brand turkey dogs yesterday.
That sounds awful.
Bro, listen. When you've been eating fucking hay like a horse
Okay, that's true.
these things tasted like authentic cuisine. They tasted like real hot dogs. And they're like 14 grams of protein each and only like 80 calories. So I ate 4 hot dogs.
Hell yeah, dude.
Please don't make me feel bad about myself.
No, not at all. Turkey dogs.
I ate 4 turkey dogs,
Yeah.
and it was only like 300 calories.
That's not bad.
That's nothing, dude. That's the size of a chicken breast.
Yeah.
I ate those. There's not much sodium in them. Not much, the bad stuff. Fat.
It's not the lips and eyeballs of ground chicken and
It's just like a fucking turkey neck and feet and shit.
yeah.
I ate that, and then I had like a nice avocado salad. All in all,
Love avocado.
I had around 500 calories for dinner, and I had fucking 4 hot dogs
Hell yeah, dude.
with some hot relish and mustard.
Mm-hmm.
People say, "Oh, you're suffering on a diet." I'm not suffering. I'm all right. I had 4 hot dogs for dinner.
Yeah.
How many hot dogs you eat 4 hot dogs? You're feeling bad about yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I felt happy.
Yeah. I would have too. Dude, I'll tell you what, man.
I love hot dogs.
We've been having a surplus of deli cut bologna at the house. Dog.
Dude, that stuff's delicious too.
Dude, I'm walking through there making some fucking redneck sandwiches all day. Just fucking a piece of bologna and cheese. Fucking
Roll it up.
yeah, fucking roll it
If
up.
you're feeling really brave, what you do is you roll up, make a tube out of it, and then you fucking dock the mustard and you give it a shot.
Yeah, dude.
Do like cream-filled Long John.
Yes, yes.
But instead of a donut, it's a hillbilly sandwich full of mustard.
Oh man. It's fucking America, dude. I'm glad we can do shit like that.
You
in
gotta
this
dock.
country.
You gotta dock it though, like
Yeah.
you would dock your dick with an uncircumcised one.
Yeah.
You gotta stick the mustard shoot inside the sandwich.
Yeah, I like that.
If it doesn't make that noise when you do it, it's not French's.
French's farts.
French's fucks. Get on the ground, Mr. Pancake.
Oh shit. We need to find Mr. Pancake and interview him.
I know. Anyways, brother, Sylvia's crotch and genital area was thumped and kicked so often and so viciously that hardened medical examiners. You all right?
Yeah, just the way you went into that. I'm not laughing at the act that was performed against her. I'm just laughing at
No,
your-
absolutely not. I get what you're saying. The word crotch is a funny word, but it's
just the aggressiveness that you was right back into that sentence as you're talking about fucking mustard farts.
and I hit you with the anyway, brother.
Okay, sorry.
Sylvia's crotch and genital area was thumped and kicked so often and so viciously that hardened medical examiners were later shocked by the number of injuries in that region. These particular beatings probably made it harder for her to control her bladder, as she did suffer from incontinence, I believe.
Yeah.
When she wet her bed, Sylvia was told that she didn't deserve to live with decent people. She was tied up and confined in the basement. The girl was released only when Gertie or the child thugs wished to beat her up. She was kept naked or near naked for the amusement of the young savages around the neighborhood. They enjoyed throwing her around the concrete floors and repeatedly forcing her to climb the stairs so they could repeatedly hurl her down the steps. Use of the toilet was denied to Sylvia. Her torturers accused her of being a dirty person and often threw her in a bathtub full of scalding hot water and dumping salt on her open wounds while she was in the scalding hot water in the bathtub. One fucking mongoloid troglodyte, Ricky Hobbs, in the neighborhood there, was directed to heat needles and use them to brand Sylvia's stomach with the words, "I'm a prostitute and proud of it." Gertie started the lettering and then ordered Hobbs to finish the task, taking over. Whenever all of this was said and done, after he had administered his branding and actually burned it into her skin, that statement, "I am a prostitute and proud of it," Gertie went on to slam the girl's head into the basement wall, knocking her unconscious. And this blow right here, when they slammed her in the head, this instance, this put her in a state of like disorientation from there. She never recovered from this head blow right here. Ugh. For the remainder of her life, she was incapacitated, almost like a vegetative state. Still barely functioning, but not able to walk, use limbs properly.
Damn.
Yeah, this is bad. And they were not content with just physical torture. Gertie taunted Sylvia, telling her that she'd never be able to marry because of the words that were branded onto her stomach. Sylvia was made to write a letter to her parents, excuse me, which confessed to sharing her sexual favors with a gang of boys, and then blamed all of her wounds, burns, and the hideous message on her flesh upon these non-existent individuals. It was more of an alibi for Gertie because she knew that the day of reckoning was likely coming. Mm-hmm. Gertie was she was developing a plan was to have Sylvia dumped alive or dead in some remote rural area close to where they lived at. The letter would be proof that she and her accomplices were innocent of any wrongdoing. Whilst Sylvia was bound in the basement, a social worker called to investigate an anonymous report of a girl with running sores on her body. She was told that Sylvia did indeed have sores on her body, the results of her own bad personal hygiene, and that Gertie had thrown her out of the house because she had become a prostitute. And from that instance, nothing happened from there. Just a simple phone call of, "Hey, are you fucking keeping a child to near death inside your home?" "Oh, no, I'm not doing that. She's a prostitute. She left." "All right, good enough for us."
That's wild.
And that was enough for Child Protective Services, the social worker, to quit looking into the reports of Sylvia Lykens. Congratulations to Indianapolis Child Protective Services. And it was clear at this point that Gertie and her family were preparing to rid themselves of their victim. They had an alibi, and nobody had contradicted any of the tales they had spun this far. Sylvia, unfortunately, realized that her days were likely numbered. She did attempt to escape. She made a desperate attempt to get out of the house, but she was caught and beaten in unconsciousness after she was brought back into the home. For a while, after she kind of went into this on and off vegetative state, they actually started to treat her with a bizarre mixture of outright brutality and warped kindness. She was offered crackers and sandwiches when Gertie became frightened of the consequences of all the beatings. Yet one of the younger abusers made her drink urine and eat her own feces.
Ugh.
They inflicted so much hurt on this little girl that they must have known that she would die. Yet they also put her in the bathtub with pleasingly warm water and allowed her to sleep upstairs in a bed, though she was tied to the bedpost and denied use of the toilet on the grounds that she had to learn not to soil herself in the bed before she would have toilet privileges. Think about how fucking backwards that shit is, that she was wetting the bed so they would restrict her from using the toilet. That's not how that works.
No.
And you'll remember, guys, that the reason she was bedwetting is because she was repeatedly kicked in her genitals, and she sustained injuries that did not allow her to hold her urine properly. When unsurprisingly she wet the bed again, Sylvia was given another painful lesson by her sadistic tutors. The neighbors heard Sylvia hitting the walls of the basement with a shovel that evening. Some of them thought about complaining to the authorities about all the sleep they'd lost, but nobody actually did complain that night. The next day, Sylvia was placed in the bathtub once again. She became very quiet, and her jailers realized that she was, in fact, dead. The police were told that Sylvia had been in an uncontrollable and promiscuous tearaway. So the way this worked is Gertie had one of her kids go to a payphone down the street and report that, she was sick or not well and that they needed police assistance. But by the time the police got to the home, rigor mortis had already set in. She had been dead for multiple hours, unfortunately. Gertie, producing the letters she'd forced Sylvia to write, stated that Sylvia had returned to the house after a sex session with many boys. According to her version of the events, the gang had followed Sylvia back to the house, mutilated her, and then killed her. Gertie said she'd found the girl dead in the basement. Of course, she neglected to say that her offspring, her own children, had been primed with the same exact bogus tale before the police were called. When investigating officer Melvin Dixon came to the house, all the children, including Ginny Likens, which was Sylvia's sister, repeated Gertie's story word for word. Dixon was understandably shocked by Sylvia's bruised and battered body. He took down details of the accounts offered by Gertie's family and was about to leave when young Ginny managed to whisper to the officer and say, "Get me out of here and I'll tell you the whole story."
Oh, good for her.
Thank fucking God.
Good
because
for
the
her.
police were about to say, "All right, open and shut. This is done. This was not neglect or child abuse." Despite the protest of Gertie and her clan, the officer took the girl away, Ginny, and quickly learned the truth. The autopsy of Sylvia's body revealed that she had suffered in excess of 150 separate wounds across her entire body, in addition to being extremely emaciated at the time of her death. The wounds themselves varied in location, nature, severity, and the stage of healing. Her injuries included burns, severe bruising, and extensive muscle and nerve damage. Her vaginal cavity was almost swollen shut. Moreover, all of Sylvia's fingernails were broken backwards, and most of the external layers of skin upon the child's face, breasts, neck, and right knee had peeled or receded. In her death throes, Sylvia had evidently bitten through her lips, partially severing sections of them from her face. It
That's rough.
rips my heart in half to know that the millions and millions and millions of people that currently live in the United States, there's probably people out there that are going through this right now.
Yeah.
The chances are that somebody's had a child and just never took it into civilization, regular society, and just kept the child like this their entire life. There's very real possibilities that this is going on.
And not even just one occurrence. There's probably several occurrences of it happening right now.
I would give my own life to be able to save all these people, man. Don't take this as I'm suicidal or anything, but
Sure, yeah, and I get it.
I would give it all, man, to save one of these people. And this story here is,
It's
I
rough.
told you, man,
It's
going
rough.
through it, it's a tough motherfucker to talk about. The official cause of Sylvia's death was listed by coroner Dr. Arthur Kebbell as a subdural hematoma due to her receiving a severe blow to her right temple. Both the shock she had primarily suffered due to the severe and prolonged damage inflicted to her skin and subcutaneous tissues, plus the severe malnutrition, were listed as contributory factors to her death. Rigor mortis had fully developed at the time of the discovery of her body, indicating Sylvia may have been deceased for up to 8 hours before she was found. Although Dr. Kebbell did note Sylvia had been recently bathed, possibly after her death, and that this act could have hastened the loss of body temperature and thus sped up the onset of rigor mortis.
Okay.
Whenever so there was a build up to her eventually dying. She like I said, got into the state where she was incoherent and just, you know, all she could do was point and kind of barely word people's names.
Yeah.
From a fully functioning teenage girl to this. And they thought that she was faking, so they Gertie threw her on the ground and stood on her skull until she thought that she'd had enough. And they tied her up from there, and then she died, and they thought that she was playing possum. They thought that she was faking her death. So then Gertie went and got a book and just repeatedly struck her in the face over and over and over again after she was already deceased, calling her a faker because she thought that she was not really dead, which in fact she was actually deceased at this point. The sadistic foster mother was charged with murder. She went on to be convicted and given a life sentence. And this is where I had to condense all this.
Okay.
All the testimony.
Sure.
Of everyone saying everything that happened to this fucking girl beyond what we've already talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can't just keep reading this. This is like, this is hurting me. It's genuinely making my heart hurt. Gertie gained a new trial on an appeal, but was again convicted and sent back to prison. So she was released from prison. And then there was a new trial, and she was reconvicted. Though she gave many interviews to writers and journalists from behind bars, she never expressed any genuine remorse, nor did she ever come close to offering any explanations for her bizarre and cruel acts. To those who sought to discover her reasons, Gertie would say, "I had to teach her a lesson." So she never, ever... And I want to see if I can throw her name into the YouTube real quick.
What a fucking cunt.
Yeah. See if we can...
That's the perfect usage of that word when you're specifically talking about a person. What a miserable fucking cunt.
Trying to see if there's
Radio Indiana.
Murder case. And this is W. Likens was tortured to death by members of the Baniszewski family with whom the child was still what he did to the girl.
All I did was write out that thing on her stomach, and I hit her about 10 or 15 times.
How come?
Well, mostly because Gertie told me to.
Hoover then spoke to one of the Baniszewski children, who told him how the victim was treated.
She refused food. We tried to give her soup every once in a while and stuff like that, and she wouldn't take it.
Well, how about these scratch marks on her stomach? Who put them on her?
I did.
Why?
Well, Gertie just thought of it. She says, since you branded us, we're going to brand you. So she etched in with a pen, and I went over it. She showed me how to do it, and then I went over it. I did it.
Did you ever use any hot irons on her?
No. Yeah, that 3 on her stomach, I did half of that. And Shirley Ann did the other half.
Where'd the S come from?
What do you mean?
There's a big S branded on her stomach, right below one of her breasts. Huh?
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what you're talking about. Now, how about the inscription on there, "I'm a prostitute and proud of it"? Who put that on her?
I did.
Did you scratch it on there, paint it on there? How'd you do it?
Well, like I said before, Gertie wrote it down there with a pen, and I did the rest. She showed me how to do it, and then...
Had Gertie abused this girl?
Yeah.
Gertrude Baniszewski, however, had a different story.
I did never beat that girl. Never. She was beat up on by other girls. In fact, my own daughter socked her in the jaw and broke her wrist. And so, I mean, there you go. And girls around the neighborhood beat her up, bloodied her nose. One girl broke her nose, in fact, I think.
Were you ever in contact with the police on any of these occasions?
Well, in the last 2 weeks, in fact, I think if you talk to my daughters, I'd ask them that the children's father and I are divorced, and he's a policeman in Leech Grove, or was. And I've asked the girls repeatedly, call their dad and ask them what to do. And in fact, I asked Jenny, I said, Jenny, and I told Sylvia, I said, Sylvia, I'm going to have to call the police or somebody because I can't have the responsibility.
But the police were called only one time, and according to Hobb...
Well, I'll come in and she come up from the basement, and we noticed she's cold and everything, so we carried her upstairs, give her a warm bath and artificial respiration. When she stopped breathing, we gave her a warm bath, and then she stopped breathing. And so I gave her artificial respiration for about 10 minutes. And then I went and called the police.
By the time police found the girl, she had been dead some 8 to 12 hours.
Damn.
What a fucking bitch, dude. And it does not get any better, unfortunately. The children who helped her torture and kill Sylvia Lykens were given incredibly short sentences. Their lawyers skillfully laid most of the blame upon Gertie. She'd been the only adult involved, and despite her attempts to claim that she was prostrate or a sickbed during the worst beatings and acts of torture, most onlookers had expected her to receive the death sentence. In 1985, amidst much public protest, she was released from prison upon parole. For 5 years, she lived quietly under an assumed name before going on to pass away from lung cancer.
Wow.
So she did what, maybe 15, 20 years? Maybe not even that. I mean, she did like less than 10 years of this.
That's crazy.
There was a novel, The Girl Next Door, was adapted for the big screen in 2007. The film about the sadistic torture and murder of an innocent orphan girl is brutal and extremely challenging to watch, but was made following this story about Sylvia Lykens.
It's crazy, man.
It's a bit rough, dude.
It's sad.
It's sad that the old bitch didn't get what she deserved.
Right.
And you guys can look her up on, her face is going to be on the cover for the episode.
She's just fucking mean looking, dude.
Gertrude Baniszewski, and that picture that she's so famous for is actually is after her parole. That's
you can see her face in that picture, and you can believe everything just from what you read or what we've told you about that face is capable of it.
Throughout the story, there's a lot of belief that Gertie was very jealous of Sylvia for just, being a young, desirable. She had people that liked her, people that wanted to date her. She was pretty, and Gertie just couldn't fucking stand that, and that's why she would just do all these heinous things. I wish I could kill this woman myself.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer sounds like I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, but I would have liked to fucking hit her across the face with a couple books.
Grab her like a fucking chicken and squeeze her neck.
Yeah.
Till her old crusty head popped off.
Wonder what her carny parents are thinking after all this happened.
Let's see here. Like I said, dude, I feel really bad, but I did condense a lot of this. They came in and out of town. I do know that. And each time Sylvia was kind of threatened, like, don't you fucking dare tell your parents what's going on.
Right. Yeah, the whole thing is fucking sad, man. Anything with, like, child abuse is fucking awful.
Born to Colonel Lester. Let's see if we can find anything in here about Lester.
Okay. Lester. It's another unfortunate name.
The last occasion Lester and Elizabeth visited their daughters was on October 5th, which is about 4 or 5 months after they actually left them there. On this occasion, neither girl exhibited any visible signs of distress about their mistreatment to their parents. This was likely because both were in the presence of Gertie and her children almost immediately after Lester and Elizabeth had left Gertie's house, the entire household, on their final visit. Gertie turned to face Sylvia and stated, "What are you going to do now, Sylvia? Now they're gone." And that was...
What the fuck does that even mean?
Elizabeth and Lester Lykens died in 1998 and 2013, respectively. In the years prior to her own death... let's see... These are just what happened to the kids.
Yeah.
The house at 3850 East New York Street, in which Lykens, Sylvia, had been tortured and murdered, stood vacant for many years after her death and the arrest of her tormentors. The property gradually became dilapidated, although discussions were held about the possibility of purchasing and rehabilitating the house and converting the property into a women's shelter. The necessary funds to complete this project were never raised. The house itself was demolished on April 23rd, 2009. The site is now a church parking lot. Man, trying to think what happened to.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's bad, man. That's a sad one. I hate doing ones like this, but
Yeah.
people like true crime, and it's good to be aware about this stuff, I guess.
Yep.
Sucks. Nonetheless, thank you guys for joining us on this episode. Sorry it's coming to you so late.
Busy.
What's your schedule like next week? I'll just ask you now.
I don't know yet. It all depends on what happens this weekend with fucking games.
God fucking.
If we lose, I'm fucking wide open from here on out, doggy.
You're all mine.
Yep.
Remember, guys, if you have a topic you'd like to recommend for us to do, you can submit your topics. You go to brohiopodcast.com/topic. I think that's it.
Sounds right. /cruise. Come see us on the cruise.
Yeah, brohiopodcast.com/topic. And there's
there
a
you go.
little form on there. It says, what's the topic? Do you have any links you'd like to use to submit with it?
Hell yeah.
Can we give you credit for the episode? If you want credit, what name should we use? And you hit submit, and it goes to our Google account, and it goes to a little spreadsheet, and we look it over every once in a while. We say, hell yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yep.
Or, fuck, that looks stupid. Do one about ghosts. I like ghosts. Do one about scary ghosts.
Those are always good.
I'm done with that book.
Oh, yeah. The last one you're talking about?
Hell House.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
The ending wasn't very good.
That sucks.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah.
But they defeated the ghost because he was really, really short in real life. And they made fun of him.
Oh, hell yeah. They bullied him.
And it was enough to send him to the afterlife.
Okay.
Very much a letdown. Good book all the way through, though.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the ladies are going to get their panties in a bunch on this one, but I'm currently reading A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is a very big deal in the female community. My wife encouraged me to read this book. She said, I think you'll like it. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. Seems like a playoff of possibly Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
There's a girl who's
bestiality.
There's a girl in poverty. Yeah. She lives with her family. She's
Yeah.
like, she does all the hunting and takes care of them. And then she kills a beast, which is actually a fairy.
Okay.
But fairies in this realm can be werewolves or monsters, or they could be anything. They're just they're like a race of people.
Sure.
So she kills a fairy, and the fairies, the real fairies, find out about it, and they take her. And they're like werewolf creatures. And I'm not going to spoil it from there, but...
They fuck her?
Well, I'm not going to...
Okay,
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, okay.
But I told my wife, she's already read it. She loves the series. I think it's by
Yeah.
Sarah Moss or something like that. Loves the series. And, dude, they've got the reviews on this book, probably the best reviewed books ever written. I mean, it's profound how many people have read this book and say it's the most amazing series they've ever read. So I told my wife, I'm like, she doesn't really think I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
But I'm already into this thing, like 10 chapters.
Sure. You got to finish it now.
And I told her in the beginning, I said, do these things have red rockets? And she looked at me, she said, what? I said, the things in the book, do they have red rockets?
It's a fair question.
And she said, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I said,
stop.
The monsters, the creatures in the book, the fairies, do they have dog dicks or do they have human dicks?
Yeah.
And then she started laughing, and she said,
are they lipsticks or are they penises?
She started laughing and said, read the fucking book.
It must explain it.
Oh, I think it does.
Hell yeah, dude.
And ever since I've started thinking about these two having sex, I haven't stopped licking my lips all week.
What if it's a red rocket, though?
Because dog dicks stink, because they just...
I mean, they're literally just dicks that turn inside out, pretty much.
Well, that, and they just piss through that fur all the time. It's not like they keep that fur trimmed.
And they don't go in there and scrub all their fucking balls and stuff.
I remember, God rest his soul, Bruce, man. He'd come back from... every time he would go to the groomer, they said, what do you want to do? I'd say, just a trim and a blowout. I just want his, Get them trimmed up a little, not really shaved.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to shave border collies.
Yeah.
People need to know that too.
Shave his dick.
I'd say give him a trim and just a blowout. De-shed him. It'd be like $20.
Yeah.
They would normally charge everybody else $35, $40, but they said, he's so old and we've been taking care of him for so long, the price never goes up. Well, that's very sweet of you guys. I went there one time. There's a new girl working. She said, "What do you do with him?" And I said, "Just the same thing you guys always do with him." And she's like, "Oh, okay, all right." And I go back up there, and they cut his hair a little more than they normally did.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, kind of laboring to get out of there. He was old, so
Yeah.
But when we go there, he'd love to lay on the ground on the sidewalk and get his belly rubbed. And as soon as we went outside, he lay on the ground, showed me his belly, and they'd fucking shaved his dick down to the fuzz.
He had a little baby and a puppy dick.
This is his little fucking fuzzy dog dick. I said, "Oh my God, they take a wiener." It's you don't talk to a dog like a regular human.
Yeah,
you use
yeah.
your dog voice. They take a wiener. They take a wiener. And I started looking around to see if anybody was looking at me, and I said, "I gotta feel this thing." And I saw nobody was looking, and I started just petting his dick, and he just fucking sat up, he did a crunch. He did a fucking crunch and was looking down at it why is this?
Why is Dad touching my dick?
Why
do I need to call someone?
He looked at me. He's like, "Will you pet my wiener?" It looked like crushed velvet, dude, because it was white.
Yeah, yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous dick. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but my God, it was a gorgeous dick.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So now, he died not long after that, but now I want to get a white dog, a white boy dog, and I want to keep his dick shaved so I can just, anytime somebody's over, I can say,
just like Uncle Rob.
I'll say, "Look how good this boy's dick looks."
Look at the dick on this one.
Imagine taking a hot dog bun and covering it in just most gorgeous velvet you've ever seen.
Yeah, I get it.
An item of luxury.
That's fucking cool, dude.
God, he had a good looking dick on him.
A velvety smooth dick. Oh shit. That's funny, dude.
Good work.
Hell yeah.
All right, everyone. Good show. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye, guys. Love you.
See ya.
All right.
We're going to call this episode Dog Dick.
Dog dick. Oh shit. No Zoom. I want to go home. I gotta do some fucking dishes and then go to bed. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, me too. I got to go to bed right now.
Goes to sleep immediately.
Emily, Rob, give us the finger if you see this.
I flipped him off too, so.
Oh my God, Emily. Why are you being so inappropriate?
She liked it.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming to the Zoom. I'm sorry, the YouTube.
Thanks for coming, and hopefully you keep coming. Fuck.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I gotta do this one more time.
Okay, one more time.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest. Don't move. Get on your belly. Get on your belly. On your belly. On your belly. Roll. Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. On your belly. In the name of the law, Pancake, get on your belly.
Dude, there's no way those guys weren't laughing.
He said we got a fucking gerbil in his pants. He got on the radio. Called it in. You can see the one cop laughing about it. The gerbil finder.
Has multiple gerbils in his pants.
That's so dumb.
That's probably one of the funniest things probably those police have ever done before.
All right, see you guys.